Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this look right here. So if you want to achieve this look, it's very warm, it's very gold, it's very glam. So if you want to get this look, just keep watching. Thank you. Alright, so first things first, we're going in with the Maybelline Age Defining or Refining Concealer. And we are going to conceal the eyes. Then we are going to go in with our damp beauty blender and we are just going to pounce that up and down the eye, and this is just going to help blend that concealer out. The reason why we are doing this is so we don't see any redness or any veins, and we can start off with a nice white prepped look for the eye that we are about to go in with. Now I'm going to go in with my shade Light Kat Von D palette, and I'm picking that nice vanilla shade, and we will be putting that onto the concealer. This is going to help mattify the concealer, and this is just going to help make the concealer less tacky. Now we are going in with the Morphe 350 palette, and we're taking the Sigma E40 brush. It's a nice fluffy brush, and we are going to go in with this nice warm transition shade. So what we do with this transition shade, we're putting it on the crease but a little bit above as well, not so much on the eyelid. So why we do this is to really get the eyes nice and ready for dark colors. You do not want to go in with that initial dark color. It kills me when I see people do that. You want that transition shade first. It's really just going to make the look blend so much better, and it's going to make your work so much less. Then we're going to go in with the matte 217, and we're going to go in with that nice beautiful color right there. And we're going to start blending this darker color into the crease, and we're going to keep it pretty low. We definitely don't want it to go above that transition shade. So we're going to keep this one a little bit lower. And we're going to go in with those windshield wiper motions, and then we're going to make those circle movements in that crease so that we create less of a line. We do not want to see any harsh lines on the eye. We want it nice and blended, and that's what I'm showing you here. We want it nice and blended. Then we're going to go in with that red brown and that dark color, and then I'm actually going to put down the 217 brush. I decided that I wanted more of a wedged brush, and this is actually a brush with no name. It came with the Urban Decay, I think the Smoky palette that I have. That's what I want to say. It came with the Smoky palette. But we're taking those two colors and we are mixing them together, and we're really just focusing on that inner crease. Now the reason why I chose the wedge brush is because it's going to create it has more of a point for the crease, but it's also going to help blend with some of those fibers that it has coming from the edge. So it just makes the look, the brushes just really do the work for you. Now I'm going in with that nice fluffy brush, the E40, the Sigma E40, and I'm just really kind of trying to bring it all together. It has no additional product on it. Now I'm going in with a nice vanilla shade and more of a taupe shade, and I'm just making a nice matte highlighter for the brow bone. Nothing too extensive, nothing too shimmery on the brow bone. Okay. Now we're taking some eye drops. You can use whatever eye drops you have at home. I usually make a few drops, and then we're taking a flat brush. Once again, this brush that I have is from another Urban Decay, I think the Naked 2 palette. But we're going to wet the brush with the eye drops, and that's just going to really help as a primer. So it's really going to help make this color more vibrant. What you do, you wet the brush, and then you just kind of smear it on your hand so it's not as wet, and then you dip the brush into the color that you want, and then you just kind of smear it on the eye, because I don't want to say that you're patting it on the eye, you're more smearing it on the eye. And this is just going to make the color much more vibrant. I love this color. It reminds me of the matte copper ring. Then we're going to go in with some Suave hairspray and some gold glitter. This is how we make it glam, guys. And this just goes to show that you do not need all those fancy products, because literally this hairspray is like $1. And this is just a great trick. The gold glitter, you can buy like 15 packs of gold glitter at Walmart for like $3. You do not need to go to Sephora and buy all this. So what you do, you spray your brush about twice, dip it into your glitter, and then you literally pat it onto the eye. You're not smearing this one. You are patting it on the eye. Now, if you choose to do more of a lighter color, you're going to see some of that pink that we put on underneath, and that's going to give you more of a rose gold finish. However, I wanted to make it a little bit more gold, so you can just go as dark or as light as you want with the gold glitter. Of course, I'm going to go all out, so I'm really packing it on there. I look pretty satisfied. Oh, nope, we need some more. Letting it dry, and I'm just kind of removing any glitter that could have got on the face. Now we are going to be going in with the Maybelline Eye Studio Blackest Black Gel Liner. This is one of my favorites. And we are actually going in with the Sigma eyeliner brush, Eyeliner 5 brush. So with this, you have to be very patient. So what's happening right now, when you apply this gel liner, you are making a line on the lid, but you're also removing the glitter that you just put on there. So after you make a line or so, you will have to take your brush, take your fingers, and remove that glitter that is going to be on that brush. Because if you don't, it's going to get a very chunky liner. So I don't know how else to say it, but the liner will appear very chunky, and you have to remove it when it's on the brush. Remove the glitter, guys. It just takes time, but it really pays off, and it just gives more of a nice clean finish, and then you're going to be able to see so much more black on the liner. So that's what I'm doing right now. Liner just takes time. So here we go. This is a better angle on this eye. So as you can see, it will look gritty at first, very gritty. Just don't worry, take your time, keep going. So I got some off there, so I'm gonna see I'm removing it from the brush. Now, when you're making your wing, you can make it as big or as small as you like. I like to do kind of a mid-size wing. I don't like to go too crazy, and I do want to apologize, guys, for this lighting. This is my very first video that I've ever done for a makeup tutorial. It's been a learning experience, so I'm trying to find what works for me right now. But I love doing makeup, so I wanted to share. So you're just going to make that line at the end of the lash, and then you're going to make a wedge with that, and you're just going to fill it in afterward. That's what the deal is with the liner. And I just kind of like to make it nice and sharp, and I'm feeling happy about the liner, it looks like. I'm pretty excited about it. We're almost done here with the eyes. We're actually going to go in towards the face now. The Nivea for Men Post Shaving Balm is a great primer, guys. It's a kept secret in the beauty industry, and I love that I know about this secret. You can get it at Publix for like $8. It smells like a sexy man, and as you can see here, it's going to make your skin very tacky, so it's going to hold on to your foundation all day. I'm letting it dry. It definitely opens up the pores, and I love that. It gets the skin nice and ready for foundation. Now I'm going in with the Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I'm using shade 105. That's my perfect shade. I'm using a kabuki brush, and I am just going to start blending that cream foundation into my face. I love a nice kabuki brush because it really... It does take a lot of product, which is not necessarily the greatest, but it gives you a nice airbrush finish. And I love this Infallible Pro Matte Foundation as well, because it gives me a nice matte look, and I have very oily skin. So throughout the day, I get very oily, and this really helps me. As you can see now, I'm not putting my liquid foundation under my eyes. I used to make that mistake, and that's going to give you a very cakey look. So don't do it. If you're going to go in with your concealer, go in with your concealer, and that's what I'm doing right now. This is a place for concealer, under your eyes, not your foundation. So this is how I like to highlight my face shape. So every face shape is different. I like to do this kind of contouring on me. When I'm with my clients at Paul Mitchell, I'll maybe do a little bit of a different contour. But I like to just do a concealer and a foundation for my contour. Now I'm blending it out with my Beauty Blender, very damp. I just like to switch sides with my Beauty Blender. Really just pouncing up and down on the skin, no smearing, just bouncing up and down on the skin and blending it out. Letting it dry, letting it dry. I fan myself a lot. Going in with the shade Light palette, and we are going to be going in with that yellow shade, more of a yellow tint. It's just great for summer, this yellow shade. I'm gravitating towards it more now, and I'm really hitting pan on that. I need to get a new palette. But I'm going underneath the eyes, and I'm just using the excess product that's on my brush and just kind of hitting those high notes or those high points that I did conceal with on the face. Now I'm going in with the Infallible Pro Matte powder, and it's the shade 200. And I'm just getting a big brush, and I'm just going to be putting that on the places that I didn't put the white highlight powder. And this is just going to help. The reason why you put all these powders on is because it helps to set the creams. Okay, you need these because this is what's going to make your face last all day. Shade Light again, we're going in with that middle color. This is a nice bronzed color. This is why I like this color so much. That's why it's almost empty. And I'm going in with a nice edged brush, very cut brush, great for contouring. The key is to start kind of at the top of the ear and bring it down. I don't really know if that makes sense. And then, let's see here. I'm pretty sure it does die, and I'm sorry about that. I do apologize. The video does cut short, and I am sorry about that. It wasn't my intention. I am learning how to do this more, but I hope that I was able to show you more of the makeup look. I'm going in here now, and I'm just really hitting the places that I didn't put the concealer. I'm contouring more with that bronze shade. Now I'm going in with that very light shade in the Shade Light palette of Kat Von D, and I'm contouring the nose, and I am actually using, this is one of my favorite brushes to contour with. It's a Sigma brush, no real angles to it. This is how I love to contour my nose. And then after I get my lines down, then I will, and I love to do underneath and the bottom. So after I get my lines down, I will then put some of the white on the nose, and then I will also contour the lip. As you can see just from this, it makes the lip look so much bigger. Like, I'm impressed every time I do it. I love this. But you really want to focus it on the bottom of the lip and not so much the outer edges. Then I'm going in with the big brush and blending.